Hi, Scott Carroll here with Ben Stowe of NLFX Pro. We've had an exciting day today with Arms DJs here in Orlando, Florida. Wrapped that up today. We're kind of at the after hours party over here at Promo Only. And of course I have Ben Stowe here right here in front of me. And Ben, how was your day? Did you really enjoy having, we enjoyed having you this great warm weather. You didn't bring any snow though.
No, you know, and it's funny because this is a true story, and I think this is what happens when you travel. Sometimes you get disoriented, and I woke up this morning and it was pretty early. I got in late last night, had to get up early this morning for the Armed DJs thing, and I kind of looked out my hotel window, and the sunlight was reflecting off the water just right that it looked really, really white. And I thought just for a second it was snow, and then I thought, wait a minute, I better not be snow in Orlando. So, and then of course I woke up and realized it was not snow. But no snow here. It was 86 degrees today, and I am loving it. I got to be honest. It was just really nice to thaw out. Even nicer to see so many friends. Just a great turnout today. A lot of great people. You know, DJs that are raising the bar for themselves and taking it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure. You know, I was on at the very end of the day at about 4:30 talking, geek stuff, right? And I thought, gosh, how's everybody gonna be doing, after a day of presentations and a lot of great presenters. Ron Ruth right before me. I think people might be kind of tired and their brains would be fried, but they were great. They were engaged and dialed in, and I
had a great day. Well, we've got some exciting things coming up in Las Vegas here in a few weeks.
It is a few weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, a few weeks coming up.
Coming quick.
Mobile Beat is coming up to Las Vegas. You got to kind of give us a little bit of hint about what might be happening with you in Vegas. I know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Except the knowledge. The knowledge comes home.
Exactly.
The knowledge comes home.
Yes. So you've got some upcoming things on that. If you want to kind of put a little tidbit out there about that, you can. It's I know that John didn't be here, but he wanted me to make sure that I did include that in to be able to say, hey, that you will be at that as well. So, and then I think you'll be back with Armed DJs in what?
Next week.
Next week.
Next week I'll be in South Carolina, and then in a few weeks after that I'll be in Vegas. I know John wanted to be here, and I love John. I've been friends with John for 20 years. I don't know, but you know what? It's nice to see a different face back there, Scott. So
yeah,
John, I love you, I miss you, but Scott's doing a great job for you. And,
I'm working on it, buddy. I really am, and here we are. I'm just handing this off to DJ NTV and Disc Jockey News, and like I said, here with Ben all day. We've had a fun day here in Florida with him, and I know he's been excited and can't wait for some of the other things to be coming up. And the things with Vegas, he's gonna kind of wait and want you guys to come see him in Vegas. I know that.
I can give you a little sneak peek. I'm going to be covering a lot of ground. It's funny because I feel pretty tired now. I think just hanging with you guys here and all the energy at Armed DJs. I'm a little bit wore out. Vegas is going to just completely empty the tank because I've got 8 workshops, which I had to double check and see if that was a misprint. It's not. It's 8 workshops, and then I'm also presenting on the main stage. So I'll be giving about a 30-minute presentation on the main stage, and we're going to talk about wireless technology. We've talked about that in some Disc Jockey News shows in the past. We're going to talk about it a little bit more in this 30 minutes. Not just what is changing and why, with the 500 megahertz and the 600 megahertz and, some of those things, help give some clarity to that, but also to discuss where you should go and how you can have reliable results. And I think that's one of the really challenging things right now is DJs are struggling for a concise resource where they can see what will be. It's not just what is, but as those TV stations pack down from 600 into 500, what's left? So just having a legal frequency doesn't mean you have reliable use. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then in these 8 workshops, we're going to cover a ton of ground. Man, we're going to cover a lot of stuff. We've got a lighting 1 and a lighting 2, an audio 1 and an audio 2. We're going to talk about things like feedback elimination, speaker placement, some of the live sound tricks and things that I use out on tour and doing live shows, how you can incorporate some of that things into doing some of the live sound that you do. And some DJs say, well, I don't do live sound. And then and I say, what about ceremonies? Oh yeah, well, that's live sound. So let's take some of the things that work in the live sound world and allow you to use those. Man, I could just go on and on and on. The lighting one, we've got so many great things. Color selection, some physics of light, all kinds of good stuff. DMX, of course, worth talking about. How to take control of lighting, how to compete in, with venues that already have lighting involved. How to maybe compete is the wrong word. How to work harmoniously with them, how to still bring value to your bride is, I think, a better way of saying that.
And work together.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, work for the client, use what's provided for you in the room, augment that with equipment of your own, and of course have a creative design. So, golly, there are 8 workshops, but there are 4 topics, each repeated. So if you miss it one day, you got a chance to see it the next day. There's a lot of other great presenters at Mobile Beat, and that gives you a chance to not be forced to choose between 2, that you maybe want to see. So there's lighting 1, lighting 2, sound 1, sound 2, each done twice.
Wow. So you don't want to, y'all don't want to miss that. There's going to be, even this one day, there was a lot of information passed on. Ben, you were fantastic with that. Well, we appreciate you, and it was an honor finally meeting you and finally getting an opportunity. I know this is we're going to do a little short video here to put up on in this segment and all. And I was happy to do it, and thank you very much. And we are with DJ NTV and Disc Jockey News on behalf of Ben Stowe here with the NLFX Pro. We appreciate you, and thanks a lot.